Hello and welcome back to Pokémon Alpha Sapphire, where today we are going to catch a Kyogre. And also, we're back in Ultra Moon over on the right. I did not get a shiny Raikou, but I did find something that I needed more in Ultra Moon, so we're hunting that. It's the last Pokemon that I don't yet have a shiny of from Ultra Space. Or the last Ultra Space Pokemon that I don't have a shiny of, to be more accurate. Oh yeah, weather's going kind of wonky. We gotta get to the Cave of Origin, which is not on this side of Satopolis. Garnet, so you did come. I've been waiting for you. What terrible rain. It feels as though the entire world will be washed away. Ah, yes. You need to hear what my friend has to say. My name is Wallace. I'm this town's gym leader. I've also been entrusted with the protection of the Cave of Origin. This downpour is being caused by a power emanating from the Cave of Origin. That is the red orb. I see. Follow me. This rain. People and Pokemon need water to live. So why does this rain fill us with so much dread? The rain clouds massing over Satopolis keep building. Soon they will extend over all of Hoenn. If that were to happen... Team Aqua and Team Magma. We have been expecting you. Archie, I'm going to hand over that thing we developed to this kid. All right? Yes. The Aqua Suit. Take it. This super high-performance protective suit was made with the combined technology of the Devon Corporation and Team Aqua. We actually prepared it in anticipation of coming into contact with Kyogre. I'll just leave it with you. But even if you put that thing on, do you really think you'll be able to make it all the way down to where Kyogre waits? The energy overflowing from this shrine is... Oh, I think that's... what's her name? Why am I forgetting her name? The energy overflowing from this shrine is certainly much more powerful than we had anticipated. Its influence is making the current grow stronger. There is nothing to fear. The red orb she bears, its ancient powers will protect both the girl and her Pokémon. So that's it. Now that you mention it, I do remember the elderly couple at Mount Pyre saying such. The blue orb is capable of releasing Kyogre's full power, of reverting it to its primal form, while the red orb has the power to quell that flood of power. Yes, the energy overflowing from the Cave of Origin just now. It is the very energy that gives Kyogre its power. With the red orb, which contains the power to suppress that, it should be possible to calm the force of this great flood. Of course, the red orb's power alone will not lead you to where Kyogre waits. You will not reach Hoenn's core that way. Use the suit you were just given. With that, it will finally become possible to stand up against the forces of nature. Garnet, to think that you had the red orb. You'll be okay. You and your Pokemon can handle it, whatever happens. I believe that. No man or woman from Sootopolis is permitted to enter the Cave of Origin, but you must go, together with your red orb. You must go regardless of what awaits you inside that cave. We will also work to mobilize our team members and offer help to the people and Pokemon who are suffering most due to this disaster. Now is the time when we all must simply do the best that we can within our own chosen roles. And you, child. No, you are not acting as a mere child today. Trainer, I am sorry to say that we have put the greatest burden on your shoulders alone, but I trust you to take care of this. Sorry. I'm begging, so save us, the world, and Kyogre. Garnet, when I saw the news about Sootopolis on my BuzzNav, and there you were, Garnet. Well, anyway, all I could think of was coming to help. You don't know how glad I am to see that you're still in one piece. What? Is that Team Aqua and Team Magma? Okay, I don't really know what to say right now. I'm kind of dumbfounded. Look, I get that this is probably something way bigger than I've ever imagined, so I won't bother with any questions now. I'm going to find out what I should do to help, and then I'm going to do whatever I can. You'd better go do the same, Garnet. I'll always be right there behind you. You're my best friend, after all. Dude, we just met and have spoken together maybe 4 times. Because what's a cave in a Pokemon game without a bat? It's not always Golbat, but it's always a bat. Well, at least it's not always bats. There are other things in here. But it is more bats than Sableyes. Not that that's a surprise of any kind. Hello to you too, Kyogre. Wow, 2 quakes in 1 map. Just being extra cautious with our saves. We do have to catch this thing in a standard Pokeball. Suddenly, I am wearing the aqua suit. Okay, but why is it facing away from me? I can hear a voice from within the aqua suit? Hey, you read me, little scamp? Aye, it's me, Archie. There's a device built into that suit that lets me talk to you. We're getting readings up here that look as though Kyogre's appeared. I'd guess you're staring right at it, right at it if I'm not mistaken. Don't be afraid, scamp. You leap right onto that beastie's back. Then take you to the sound cut out. So, why is Kyogre taking me somewhere? We came here to find and stop Kyogre. Why are we letting it take us somewhere? Oh, I guess because we need to neutralize this energy, but why then is Kyogre taking us to it? And why did we take the suit off? We needed it to protect ourselves. And another save. Just in case I have to reset. Oh, we can get all the way up against it. Okay, let's just do that. And save one more time. Hi, Kyogre. The super ancient Pokemon battle theme is really good. I really like it. Though I will admit it sounds more fitting for Groudon than for Kyogre. Also, Kyogre had already done Primal Reversion. Why'd it re-revert? Or had it done its Primal Reversion? I don't even remember anymore. Nah, it hadn't really gotten going yet. It was just regular Kyogre. Whatever. Alright, let's spore the thing. And I will be weakening it because I'm not about to try and catch this thing at full health. Let's try a Seed Bomb. It is a Primal Kyogre. It should survive. Even with the level difference. Never mind. Now, I'm just gonna see how this plays out. Okay, it's acting like everything's over. No, we're not gonna let that happen. We gotta catch it. Can we catch it in this encounter? Probably should have tried throwing a ball. Anyway, I have soft reset. We're going to give that another go. Gonna at least try and catch it this time. Now that I know my Breloom can just destroy it. Yep, that sure does remain a primal Kyogre. Alright, let's once again spore it. And now we shall headbutt. That shouldn't KO it. And spore it again. Now, as long as Breloom doesn't crit, this headbutt shouldn't KO it either. Alright, and it remains asleep. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a ball now. I was gonna say I was gonna heal Breloom, but it got taken down below half health by a single Origin Pulse, so that would be a losing battle anyway. And we can throw balls, which means we do have to catch it here and now. Oh, Ice Beam, that's not gonna be pleasant. Okay, so Altaria is quad weak to Ice Beam. Aggron is weak to Origin Pulse. Sharpedo resists both, but is a Sharpedo and thus super frail. Swampert resists neither. And Gardevoir resists neither. Nice. We have no answers. Our answer is, please ball work. And I will revive Breloom at some point so that we can get it back to sleep. In fact, I'll revive it now. Well, now we know 3 of this Kyogre's moves. If it doesn't use... if it doesn't use Ice Beam, having Breloom at full health will allow us to use Spore twice. And since this is a wild Pokemon, it will just pick moves at random, generally. So, like, it's not guaranteed to use Ice Beam. We already saw that. So, yeah, having Breloom at full health is a good thing. Let's get this whale back to sleep. course, it's still a Kyogre and still has a super low catch rate. And it just doesn't want to sleep. Ooh, nice miss on Origin Pulse. You'll love to see it. It's almost a shame they didn't do the later gen Pokemon game thing and increase the catch rate of this legendary. So I guess that was mostly just like Gen 4 that they did that, wasn't it? Man, this thing does not like to stay asleep, but thankfully it also does not like to land its Origin Pulses. Alright, we got a second turn of sleep. That's nice. Dang, had to give me hope. And there's an Ice Beam. That's not going to be good for us. Ah, but we live. Okay. Knowing that we survive an Ice Beam from full health is actually very good information. And it means that I am going to go ahead and actually heal my Breloom now. We got a second turn of sleep. Ooh, a third turn. That means it wakes up next turn, right? And it landed the Origin Pulse. Alright, back to sleep with you. And let's once again heal Breloom, knowing that it can survive any non-crit from a full health. What's its fourth move? Sheer Cold? Probably Sheer Cold, which can't affect any of my team. Another 3 shake, but no catch. Rude. Of course it got the crit. Bringing out Gardevoir because she is especially bulky. Considered using Calm Mind to just have her tank for a while, but we want to get Breloom back up and in the battle. Let's use a Max Revive to do it faster. Ouch. Just throw a ball while it's awake, because it could work. Nope. Aqua Ring. That's an annoying move for it to have, especially for it to show this late. So now I'm going to have to be fighting that. So that's me getting more HP every turn, and our chances of catching it are just going to go down and down. It's only using Aqua Ring now. That's concerning. There's no way it's run out of Ice Beam PP. Zero chance. Just the AI for wild Pokemon using random moves at its finest, I suppose. Yeah. Alright, Breloom. Let's get this thing back to nap time. If this thing gets back to green health, I'm gonna headbutt it again. Alright, time for another headbutt. Which is not in the bag. Glad we got another turn of sleep. Now please, Kyogre, continue using Aqua Ring as much as you like. That is not Aqua Ring. But as long as it doesn't crit, we're fine. Love seeing that Aqua Ring. Now that it's already up. If it wasn't already up, I would be upset. But no, whenever this thing decides to spend a turn not damaging Breloom, that's great. Suppose it's time for another headbutt. As long as Breloom doesn't crit, this is totally safe. Nice flinch, love to see it. And the main reason that we prefer seeing Kyogre not damage Breloom is the fact that every time it doesn't damage us, we do not have to use an item to heal, which means that the Pokeball stays in the last used item slot, and when we can use a Pokeball from here instead of needing to go into the Pokeballs menu, it saves one button press, which is why I keep on going to last use item instead of just mashing A to go through the Pokeballs menu. Because the game remembers what the last one we used was. And yeah, if the last one we used was last used item slot, then yeah, saves one button press each time. Of course, it takes 2 additional button presses to get there the first time. So you need to use it 3 times from last used item in order to save any button presses whatsoever. Twice you break even. Of course, I keep accidentally going into Pokeballs and then backing out and going to last use item, so I guess that's another 2 button presses, which means I need to go to 5 uses for it to save any button presses, but whatever. Okay, and it is time for another headbutt. Ooh, I'm glad I waited. If I had headbutted earlier and gotten that crit, we would have to restart from square one. Also, it was a nice flinch we got. Okay, so that body slam, I probably need to heal after. Because if this thing's still got ice beams, which I'm pretty sure it does, that means there is at least a 1 in 4 chance every time it wakes up that it could just annihilate my Breloom from this health. And I would rather keep my Breloom because I don't got anyone else who can put this thing to sleep. And I'm gonna have to get more PP on Spore after the next usage. Thankfully, I should have Lepa Berries and Ethers and the like. Nice crit. If I hadn't healed, we would have lost Breloom right there. So there's the last spore. That's unfortunate that the last spore had to come at a time when we also needed to heal. Because now I need 2 turns in order to get another spore and to get HP back. There is 0 chance, well, not 0 chance, there's no guarantee that the Kyogre stays asleep for both of those. So I suppose what we do now is we Hyper Potion first, because that's the more pressing issue. There's a higher chance that it stays asleep than that it fails to kill Breloom from 11 HP. And now we restore PP, which lives in HP PP restore, not status restore. So yeah, let's use an ether on spore. Hopefully we'll only need these 10 PP. That would be nice. Kyogre remains asleep. How nice of it. Gonna give it another couple turns before I headbutt. And another landed Origin Pulse, not good for us. And back to sleep. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to not lower its health anymore, actually. I don't know how much PP this thing has left overall, but it's certainly getting lower than it has been. And if this thing starts struggling, I want to at least still have a couple more turns to try and rescue it. Yeah, I don't know how much PP Origin Pulse has to begin with. Ice Beam is 10 or 15. Aqua Ring, I don't know. I would assume it's like 5 for Aqua Ring, but maybe it's one of those that's super high, like 20. And we've only seen like 2 or 3 Body Slams, so it's actually got several of those still left. But better safe than sorry. We'll leave this thing's health where it is. Though actually, with how many turns it spends asleep, we probably could lower its health without too much fear, given the Aqua Ring. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put it back to sleep, headbutt it, and then get back to balls. Because we still have many sleep turns left before this thing struggles, I'm sure. Breloom, I would love to see a crit right now. No? Okay. A non-crit would not kill the Kyogre from this range, but I'm not going to risk it. Not when we have already crit this thing once. If it happens once, it can happen again. Though from this range, even a crit shouldn't KO. Yeah. Would have been nice to see a flinch there, but oh well. Ooh, it got the para. That's actually really bad. Because that means it gets to do something else before it gets spored, I'm pretty sure. And that something else is Ice Beam. I really should have used a full restore. Yep, I've learned. If Breloom gets paralyzed, I have to full restore instantly. Because with full health, we can survive a non-crit Ice Beam. without full health, survival is not guaranteed. And as long as we don't get paralyzed again or frozen, which I can fix with full restore, then we can still spore and heal after. Honestly, kind of surprised Sharpedo survived that body slam. Sharpedo is not known for being particularly sturdy. And might as well heal Breloom up now instead of later, because we are going to want it at full health. Okay, Kyogre's still got Aqua Rings in there. Good to know. Kyogre, can you please KO this Sharpedo already? Kinda want to bring Breloom out and put you back to sleep. I know you're not out of body slams. So either KO the Sharpedo or stay in a ball. Sharpedo taking more hits than I expected, honestly. If you want to stay in a ball, that's fine by me. If you want to let Breloom come back in, that's also fine. Though honestly, I would prefer if you just stayed in a ball. And that's Sharpedo gone. Ooh! That was a really fast shiny! I appreciate this. We have been looking for it for less than 45 minutes. Now I need to get it in a ball. So let's spore that thing. Then bring Breloom out so we can spore this thing. And then we will soak the Uxie so that it cannot use stab moves. And I don't think I have to care about... Yeah, I don't have to care about its ability. It's what, levitate? And let's get over to the Lux balls over there and start throwing. While Breloom gives this Kyogre a headbutt. And now we're throwing balls on 2 screens. Caught the Kyogre. So we did not manage to find and catch a shiny Uxie before catching Kyogre. We did find a shiny Uxie before Kyogre stayed in the ball. Kyogre, the sea basin Pokemon. Kyogre is said to be the personification of the sea itself. Legends tell of its many clashes against Groudon as each sought to gain the power of nature. That seems problematic. Oh, okay. Though with the sea swirling that fast, like... How did anything in there survive? Oh, I see the Yuxi knows how to yawn. That's annoying. Alright, I need to wake my Smeargle up. I don't... Well, I've got Chesto berries. Yeah, that's plenty. That's not your ordinary Team Aqua Grunt. Garnet! So it's all over. Garnet, we owe you a great thanks. Look above you. The sky over Satopolis has returned to normal. Well, if you consider normal having all these green sparklies raining down. The power which had been pooling within the Cave of Origin is now flowing back out into the world. It's so warm. Just now, my heart felt like it was about to be crushed by uncertainty and terror. But now it feels like it's been softly set at ease. The land or the sea, humans or Pokémon. When we sought to bring happiness to only one, we nearly destroyed both. Now the world's balance is restored to its natural state. Perhaps this is the time we must reconsider our ideals. Do you not agree, Archie? Yeah, you're right, Maxie. What you're saying is only natural, I know that. But still, I can't just change. The world I believed to be ideal. The kind of world that I dreamed of making where I could live alongside my beloved Pokémon. That hasn't changed. I know I've got nothing to stand on after causing this much hurt, but... buddy, you already live in a world alongside your beloved Pokémon. That's right. You caused a big fuss there when you almost brought about the downfall of the world, you big dolt. No matter how much you beg, no one can forgive that. But, do you really need their forgiveness, though? Even if you are a big dolt who no one in the world will ever forgive. I'll stay with you. I'll stay with you forever. So please, stop going out on your own and acting crazy. You're our Team Aqua's leader, and we're your friends after all. Shelly. That's right, her name was Shelly. Sorry, and thanks. We adults have a duty to pass this world along to the next generation. A world worth passing along. What is it we truly need to do to create such a world? Take each other's hand in friendship, or fight for the right of supremacy? I think it is time we consider this again with our team members, and break down the wall between us. Alright, you little scamp. You managed to use that red orb. So now let's see you try this on for size. If you give it to Kyogre, you should be able to control its primal reversion. Farewell. See ya. Team Magma and Team Aqua are made up of people with completely opposing ideals and goals. But perhaps even they can learn to meet halfway, one small concession at a time. I know it's too much to expect that everything will change at once, but I hope this crisis might at least help them take that first vital step forward. I imagine that many changes are happening now all across Hoenn. I hope you'll be able to travel this world and see its richness with your own eyes, and revel in its newness in your own heart. But for the present, you may first wish to challenge this city's Pokémon gym. There, you'll find the very same Wallace who helped us so much waiting for you. He's strong, but the way you are now, you should be capable of battling him on an equal footing. And when you travel the world, you should try to use this. This flute is one of my favorite items. Now we get the Eon Flute. This Eon Flute is proof of the bond between you and your Latias. No matter how far you may be from one another, play that flute and Latias will surely fly straight to you. Then it can take to the sky, soaring above the land with you astride its back. Yes, just like when we first encountered Latios and Latias at Southern Island. People, Pokemon, nature itself, our survival in this world depends on all of us living together in harmony. I feel I have just begun to understand that, and I'm wondering how the world will continue to change from this point on. It fills me with an inexplicable excitement. Garnet, as you and your Pokemon live and grow in this changed world, I wonder what effect it will have on you. What will you think about? What ideals will you believe in? If we do get the chance to meet again, I hope you'll be able to show me and my team the answers you've found. Until then. Phew. Feels like we can finally relax, huh? I guess that now's the time to say thanks for all you've done, Garnet. Normally I wouldn't see the word that in that sentence. It'd just be, I guess now's the time. You know, we set out from Littleroot at the same time, but it seems like you're just dashing ahead by yourself and leaving me behind. I feel like we're not even on the same level anymore, you know? It's kind of lonely thinking like that. Or it would be if I really thought that. But, well, you did do something pretty amazing, so take it easy for a while, okay, friend? Later. I don't believe it's this one. It's not. I know there's a house in this city where we can get the Super Rod. I think it's actually like... It's either the Pokemon Center itself or it's next to the Pokemon Center. Also, it'd be really nice if this Uxie just got in a ball and stayed in it. I don't want to have to find a second one, even if this one showed up in only 45 minutes. This looks like the house. Oh. I do not have a Barboach, sir. Also, the guy who says Shroomish is cuter is right. It is Satopolis where we can get the Super Rod, isn't it? Guess it's not the Pokemon Center side. Next time this Uxie wakes up, I'm gonna have to heal my Smeargle. Well, next time it wakes up and doesn't use amnesia. Also, I have spoken to the only fisherman here, and he did not give me a Super Rod, so maybe my premise that it's gonna be a fisherman is incorrect. Though why would it not be a fisherman? It's always a fisherman who gives you a fishing rod. This is Pokemon. So I guess maybe it's just not here. You know what? I can find out. Alright, putting Uxie back to sleep, and then I'm healing my Smeargle. Might as well go to the gym. Don't need a Super Rod before going there. Also, while I am in this menu, I need to remember that I do, in fact, have Roto Catch that I could be using, and should be using. Moss Deep City is where the Super Rod is, so this isn't even the right city. Yo, how's it going, Champ to be Garnet? Satopolis' gym leader Wallace is a master of water-type Pokemon. As you make your way to Wallace, the icy floor will hamper your progress. Just between you and me. Walk on each floor panel just once, that's the trick. Be careful and go for it. Oh, and I need to get more Spore PP too. Oh, there's trainers up top in this version? Why, back in my day, all the trainers lived on the lower floor and were only a punishment for failing. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think this is the last floor before the gym leader, right? I do believe I've just messed up. It's fixable. You came all the way here, but you won't get to see Wallace. Not if you lose to me, you won't. Let's actually use that roto catch because it's clear we need it. Kind of sad that Altaria learns Moonblast before Gardevoir. You're strong. I was fooled by your cute looks. You might be good enough to avoid being wiped out in one hit by Wallace. This might still be savable. But also that's Wallace right up there. Which means we want to fall down here. I'll just do it after battling this lady. When I gaze upon Wallace, time flies before I can say oops. Time flies by before she can say oops, rather. Oops. And now down we go for more trainers. I train my Pokemon with Wallace. Don't think I'm a pushover. Dang, 3 shakes on the Uxie. I was bowled right over. I think you have potential. Why don't you stay and train with us? Because I don't want to stay? The sight of Wallace conducting a battle, the very beauty of it compelled me to become a trainer. And now you're serving as one of the trainers in his own gym. You should be proud of yourself for coming so far. There we go, we got the Yuxi. So now I have at least one shiny of every Pokemon that can be found in Ultra Space. I do not have them all with my own trainer ID. A good handful of them are from distributions. But I have at least one of all of them. And that is a pretty nice feeling. Saving again. I'm pretty sure I already saved, but better safe than sorry. And as is tradition, we will go look at it in the box. You battled with more beauty than I could muster. The grace you bring to battle is fabulous. Oh, I'm so fortunate to have found Pokemon. I should teach you how harsh battles can be. So, I found these two shinies while looking for the Yuxi. Which means I've got a Lombre of each gender, which means as soon as I get another shiny Lombre, I can evolve both of these. Or I could evolve them both now and then just get a shiny Lombre later, but yeah. Shiny Yuxi in a box! Hooray! So let's save once more. And then it's time to go back to Ultra Sun for that Raikou. Because I do not have a shiny Raikou with my own trainer ID. Oh, you're strong. Yeah, as far as Pokemon available in Ultra Space that I do not have with my trainer ID go. I think I got Dialga and Palkia. Did I get Giratina? Maybe not. If I didn't, then I need a Giratina. And then the Johto Beasts, Ho-Oh. Is that it? I think that's it. I'll tell you something good. If you want to reach Wallace, you need to walk on each floor tile once. Oh, you mean like the guy up front said? The Pokemon gym of the highest level in the Hoenn region. That's the Sotopolis Gym. What a high level you are. Rather than being satisfied by being in a strong gym, I imagine training in other places will make you stronger. But above all, it looks more fun. Gliding across the ice in a single graceful line? A trainer who can do that is elegant and beautiful. Well, excuse me, Princess. This is really obvious, but how strong you are as a trainer has nothing to do with how young or old you are. I'll show you the sublime techniques I learned from our leader, Wallace. How dare you have a Pokemon that's not weak to my grass-type moves. But hey, that means Altaria gets to actually do something in a battle. I think this is the first time I'm even sending it out. Swift Swim Ludicolo, huh? I'm sorry, Wallace. Watch what happens if you crack all the floor tiles. I already did. Thankfully, they don't crack again. And these ones have, in fact, been reset. Though I do not believe the trainers' positions have been reset. Interesting. There we go. And we save before gym leaders. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Wallace, the gym leader of Sotopolis City. There's something about you, a difference in your demeanor. I think I sense that in you. What happened inside the Cave of Origin and what you did there. Our upcoming battle will make that all clear. Now show me the power you wield with your Pokémon. And I, in turn, shall present you with a performance of illusions in water. By me and my Pokémon. You know, it's kind of interesting that here in the 100th stream in this series is where I completed my collection of Ultra Space shinies. Or rather, my collection of shinies that are available in Ultra Space, because I did not get them all in Ultra Space. And some of them I didn't get myself. But still. This poor Whiskash. And here is possibly the biggest obstacle to Breloom just soloing this gym. And down it goes. Well, I guess Breloom hasn't soloed the gym. I swapped to Altaria for exactly one Ludicolo. With the exception of one Ludicolo, Breloom has soloed this gym. Without ever having to use Seed Bomb more than once. Bravo! I realize now your authenticity and magnificence as a Pokemon trainer. I find much joy in having met you and your Pokemon. You've proven yourself worthy of the Rain Badge. Accept it. Having that badge assures you full obedience of all your Pokemon to every command you make. And so you never forget the battle we shared. Here! The HM I have given you contains Waterfall. It allows you to smash into an opponent with the force required to climb a waterfall itself. Yes, it is a mighty move. And yet it also has a certain elegance and can sometimes cause opponents to flinch. Now, with the power of the Rain Badge, you will become able to use this HM move, Waterfall, to scale walls of cascading water. Many paths are open to you now. One path would take you to the Pokemon League. It is the goal that all trainers in Hoenn aspire to reach after obtaining all 8 gym badges. If that is the path you chose, then you must find your way to the island said to be the most remote in Hoenn. Evergrande. Or Evergrande, depending on how you want to pronounce it, but I always go Evergrande. But if it is a different path you seek, and you would rather pursue a Pokemon and a completed Pokédex, the rumors that reach me on the wind whisper that Professor Birch in Littleroot has created a more powerful Pokédex. Visit him, obtain this new technology, and I have little doubt you will encounter more diverse Pokemon than ever before. I will hope that a bright future waits for you, whatever path it is you choose. So there's a fisherman somewhere in this city that will give me a super rod. Could have sworn I already looked in all the buildings, though. I guess I didn't come up onto this higher elevation before, though. So clearly I didn't look in all the buildings, and this is the one that I needed to look in. Hey there, trainer. A super rod really is super. Say whatever you want, but this baby can catch Pokemon right off the seafloor. What do you think? You want one, don't you? You bet, you bet. After all, a super rod is the definition of super. If there's any water, try dropping in your line and see what bites. Dang, can't fly to specific routes yet? Oh no, we can. Just not every route. Interesting. Maybe there's flags that need to be set before you can fly to certain routes. Like maybe I can't fly to these sea routes yet because I haven't been to Evergrande. Just gonna ignore the trainers. We're already over-leveled for stuff. And it appears that this little area does not provide access to the rest of the route. For some reason, this tube looks like a donut. I wonder if it would be as delicious. Probably not. I'm hungry. Try eating your tube. I love donuts. I wonder if Pokemon do too. I have it on good faith that jelly-filled are some of their favorites. So if I teach it to Sharpedo, then Sharpedo will only have water moves plus Crunch. If I teach it to Swampert, then we'll at least have a little bit more variety. Plus, Swampert needed a physical water move, but also these are all HM, so I can't get rid of them. So unless I want to get rid of Earthquake, which I don't, we need to visit the move deleter, but I don't want to. But I do have an Earthquake TM. So I actually will get rid of Earthquake. Then we'll go up here, unlock the ability to fly, then go to the move deleter, delete Rock Smash, I guess, and relearn Earthquake. because a Swampert without Earthquake is kind of sad. Oh yes, I'm the move leader. I can make Pokemon forget their moves. Etc., etc. So if I were to put Earthquake on Aggron, would not get rid of Iron Head, because Iron Head will do more damage. Will not get rid of Head Smash, because that's kind of the whole point. Double Edge is better than Earthquake against many Pokemon. And Rock Slide's just a really good move, but I guess, considering we're not doing doubles, Earthquake is better than having Rock Slide here. Now, if I was going to be using this Aggron in, like, the Battle Maison or whatever, then I might have second... I was going to say second regrets. Second thoughts. I might be a little bit more upset about what I just did, but I think we'll be fine. Because we are just going to go through Victory Road, the Elite Four, and the Champion, and then retire this entire team. Hopefully I don't need Rock Smash in here. I do need a Medicham. This dude just ran right over the Medicham. I didn't come all this way to lose now. That possibility doesn't exist. Oh, is this the win straight guy? Nope. One of the trainers in here is a win straight. Also, feels weird for them to suddenly start bringing national Pokemon, or national Dex Pokemon in here. I get that it's because the whole, oh, you can go get the national Dex from Professor Birch thing, but like, suddenly breaking from the remake-ness of it all for this. I mean, I guess they did it because of the Wally battle that's coming up. They wanted Wally to have a Mega Gallade, and he couldn't have a Mega Gallade unless they gave themselves permission to use Gallade, which is not a Hoenn Pokemon. Surf instead of dive because Rhyperior is kind of physically bulky. Impossible. I lost? I lost here. That means I lack the qualifications to become the champion. That was a Loudred. I need those. I do not need Golbats. This seemingly infinite and harsh road lives up to its name of victory. There's a path I skipped. Taking a little bit of a risk here. But Sharpedo resists both of her stabs and can hit her for super effective with a stab. Or just get confused, that also works. Fingers crossed that doesn't matter. Excellent. Your battle style is fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna go take that other path because it has a single item on it. Apparently. I continue to not need Golbats. I mean, hey, a full heal's not the worst. Keep on scaring away the things that I actually need. I do not need a Sableye. Okay, it's a little dark in here, but nothing we can't handle. I need 2 of those. Seed Bomb is not Spore. I continue to need 2 of those. Okay, I did say we would be fine with the dark Question is there a hole to push this rock into, or am I meant to push it to the side? I need a Hariyama. Well, nice flinch. Hariyama, the arm thrust Pokemon. Hariyama's thick body may appear fat, but it is actually a hunk of solid muscle. If this Pokemon bears down and tightens all its muscles, its body becomes as hard as a rock. Hopefully I don't regret pushing to the side, and it looks like I won't. Alright, we need 2 of those. Hey there, Curbster. You missed out on a shiny Uxie. Ooh, that almost took it out. Yeah, the shiny Uxie showed up in less than 45 minutes of searching, so it was a ridiculously fast find. Catching it took about as long as finding it, or at least that's how it felt. But no, catching it was faster than finding it, looking at the time it is right now. But yeah, it was a ludicrously fast find. Medicham, the Meditate Pokemon. Through the power of meditation, Medicham developed its 6th sense. It gained the ability to use psychokinetic powers. This Pokemon is known to meditate for a whole month without eating. I do not need a second Hariyama. Don't even need a shiny Hariyama. I'm pretty sure I've already got 2. I do need a Loudred. 2 of them, in fact. I'm not going to trust the Loudred to survive anything my Breloom can throw at it. And I didn't need to. Loudred, the big voice Pokémon. Loudred shouts while stamping its feet. After it finishes shouting, this Pokémon becomes incapable of hearing anything for a while. This is considered to be a weak point.
Your luck is about to run out. Your fate is to fall before me.
Hitmontop's another one of those Pokemon that was done dirty by the move to 3D. Putting it on its feet instead of spinning on its head. Nice crit. What was even the point of that spore?
No. Even if they weren't quite cool, I delivered my lines awesomely, if I do say so myself.
You would think that these torches would light up more, but they don't. I've made it this far a couple times, but the last stretch is so long. Well, maybe if you brought more than a single Pokemon, it would be easier for you, huh? Ever consider that?
Back in my day, that would have one-shot a Mawile. But no, now we've got this newfangled fairy type.
My dream ends here again. You've made it this far. Keep the momentum going and become the champion. If anyone can, it's you. That's a lot of faith in a random stranger that you've met exactly once. I mean, sure, I cleaned your clock, but... I do need a Laren. I know for a fact this Laren can survive a headbutt. But also, there is a non-zero chance that it's sturdy and can survive anything I throw at it. In fact, it's 50-50. And we hit the 50-50. So with it being sturdy, if it had woken up and used a recoil move, it would have passed out anyway. Yeah, Modern Sturdy is great specifically when you are trying to catch Pokemon or when you have a Pokemon with it. In all other cases, I hate it forever. You look alright for a kid. I can totally get into this. Oh, I said we were going to beat the champion and then retire this team. That's not entirely accurate. We're going to retire this team before we challenge the Elite Four, because I need to get the Hoenn champion ribbon. I underestimated you. It'd be interesting if Modern Sturdy. You're really awesome. I dig you. Why don't you become one of my buddies? If Modern Sturdy functioned like I guess you could call it a guts effect that Link has in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. If it made it so that nothing could KO your Pokemon unless it did at least double the Pokemon's current health and damage, that would make it interesting and have a lot more play. It would also make it completely worthless in some competitive respects. But it would make it absolutely no longer a problem when dealing with wild Pokemon who have Sturdy. Yeah. Take a page out of Zelda. Make it so that Sturdy makes it so you don't get KO'd unless you would have been KO'd twice. So we skipped a ladder up here. I need to not be in the habit of skipping paths. If I were to teach somebody Flash, Altaria is probably the best choice. Can it even learn it? No, it cannot. And I am not about to take a move away from either Gardevoir or Breloom. Or am I? If I were, I've got Power Up Punch right here, so I could just replace that. Oh. Do I have any moves that Gardevoir has already learned as TMs? I have Calm Mind. I can get rid of Calm Mind for a bit just to be able to see better in here. Like, we don't need to be able to see better, but it does make for a better viewing experience. So, temporarily goodbye to Calm Mind. Actually, probably forever goodbye to Calm Mind, because again, I'm retiring this team once we get to the Elite Four. Flash does make a pretty big difference. You can see without it, but having everything just be fully illuminated with it, yeah, it's a bit of a difference. Basically every other Pokemon game, you can go up or down a ladder from either side. But this one, no. You gotta go on the correct side. Oh, hey, you two. We're an invincible combination. We'll be burned into your memory. Oh, that was the wrong trainer I voiced. Whatever. You're a cute trainer. I wonder how long you can hold out against my attack. Might as well just swap the voices forever. Clearly I should have gone Sharpedo instead of Aggron, but whatever. We'll make it work. Because these are both vulnerable to steel and to fighting. Well, I guess Armaldo isn't weak to fighting. Thankfully, Fighting and Bug mutually resist one another. Ugh, what happened? I'm so terribly sorry, milady. Not all teammates are necessarily equals. I'm a loyal underling of this fair lady. It was certainly my mistake that caused us to lose the previous battle. In other words, a punishment of long, hard training awaits me. It can't end like this. Let's meet again someday. Well, there's a nice TM to find. Interesting place for it. while we're here, I need a love disc, and I need a Whalmer. There is a place where I can go to have a 100% chance at Whalmers, so I probably shouldn't spend too much time trying for one here. But still, I'll give it a few shots. Love Disc, the rendezvous Pokemon. Love Disc's heart-shaped body is a symbol of love and romance. It is said that any couple meeting this Pokemon is promised a loving relationship that never ends. Considering how common Love Disc are, I guess that means relationships in the Pokemon world are pretty solid. Hey, look, it's a whale. What's more, it's a whale that can already evolve. I think a Whalmer could survive a headbutt, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to throw balls. I'm also going to try and catch a second one, considering this one showed up so easily. Still need to find a female Medicham in here. Whalmer, the ball whale Pokemon. Whalmer can store water inside its body to transform itself into a ball for bouncing around on the ground. By filling itself up with more water, this Pokemon can elevate the height of its bounces. So wait, it transforms itself into a ball? What does Whalmer look like when it's not full of water? We need to know. Of course, I could just Dex Nav for Whalmer at this point. But no, I will attempt to fish one out. Attempt successful. And this one is not high enough level to evolve. Alright. I do believe that's everything I need in the water here. I do not need a tentacle game.
I've no time for idle talk. Let us see your conviction.
It's interesting how Spore's animation changed between Gen 6 and Gen 7. In Gen 6, they just send out a wave of spores. And in Gen 7, they have to shake a mushroom.
Your conviction could even crush rock.
No words should be spoken by the defeated. Says the defeated, speaking words. Flamethrower, now that's a nice TM to find. I trained together with my whole family, every one of us. I'm not losing to anyone. Okay, this is Mr. Winstraight. Yeah, Vito Winstraight. That's him. Okay, goodbye, Electrode. Wow, look at all you accomplished. Let's go ahead and not leave Breloom in front for this. And we can leave Swampert out for this because Earthquake is a good move. Better than my family? Is that possible? Yes. Very. Because, like, didn't they top out at shy of level 30? I was better than everyone in my family. I've never lost before. I've lost my confidence. Maybe I'll go home. Yeah, your family thought you'd be the champion already, but, guess it's been slow going for you, huh? Okay, that's just fighting, so it's going to be Hariyama. Which I do not need. Even if it knows Belly Drum. Well, if that ain't a Dragon Tamer. I don't have any ice moves. Might as well let Altaria get some exercise. Dragon types are the strongest Pokemon. I'll prove that with the likes of you. That was true. At least theoretically true. When Ruby and Sapphire came out originally. But it's pretty easy to argue that Fairy is better than Dragon these days. You. I mean, my dragon type beat your dragon type, so it doesn't mean that you're wrong. You handle yourself quite well. I'll let you be my rival. I don't wanna. Gotta put our ace back up front. Okay, so this is just here to be a time waster? Got it. Not gonna bother reflashing because we don't need it as soon as we go up this ladder. And I do believe Wally is going to ambush us momentarily. Oh, never mind. Still got a little bit of time. So we got brains and brawn here. I guess we'll need something for the brawn. Don't want to have a quad weak to fighting Aggron be up front. Hey, there's just some trainer talking to me. You attack first, just like we planned it. Hey, some trainer came up and started talking to me. Go on, you attack first. I didn't start talking to either of you. One of you started talking to me. And you should really make up your minds about who gets to attack first. So what, Forewarn just tells you the highest base power move on the opponent's team? No, we don't need Dream Eater. Even though we'd be able to get plenty of use out of it in doubles with a Breloom on our side. Yeah, that's not really a surprise seeing a psychic move go into Breloom. But this battle's over at this point, so it doesn't really matter too much, does it? It's all your fault. Pull yourself together. I'm really sorry we were so disgraceful. The other guy's still just a beginner. I actually might be too. Then what are you doing here? Sorry that the other guy messed things up. He's not used to double battles. I might not be either. Oh, we need more than Moo Moo Milk here. I forgot this chamber existed. And now it's time for Wally to accost us. Or rather, for us to accost Wally. I guess he got here first.
Ah, Garnet. I bet you must be surprised to see me in a place like this. That promise that we made back then. Thank you for keeping your end of it. It was really all thanks to that. Thanks to you that I could make it this far, Garnet. It was only because I lost to you back then that I could become even stronger. I'm sure that you and your Pokemon must have had to overcome a lot too, to make it all the way here. Right, Garnet? Everyone's grown so much. And now we'll finally get to see just what we all can do. Standing here facing you again gives me chills. But I won't give up. I won't lose anymore. My Pokemon have given me the courage and strength to fight. I have to win for their sake. So get ready, here I come.
This music is too good for Wally. That's not a helpful thing for me to come up against first. It's one of the few things that Breloom has no real answers for other than, I guess, put it to sleep and then maybe hope for flinches. I want to keep Breloom out front because it's my ace. Okay, Altaria is done for. Hopefully he'll send out something that we can power up punch. Yeah, this song being as short as it is and looping as much as it does is a bit of a shame. Ooh, there's something I can power up punch. There's another thing I can power up punch. Thanks, Wally. Please be magnet pull. You know what? It being sturdy means I can just power up punch again. Just don't paralyze me, okay? Don't freeze me or burn me either. All right. Getting another power up punch in here. Wally, you are just making my Breloom unstoppable. I hope you realize that. And this is effectively this team's champion battle. Well, I guess we'll power up punch the Roselia. And yeah, Curbster... Wally's Ralts definitely had a lot of hurdles to get through to get this far, but also, it's clear he caught other Pokemon. The fact that he got a Delcatty means that he was hanging around on one of them early routes, because there's only one route with a Skitty, and it doesn't have a whole lot else on it. Like, it doesn't have a lot of high-level stuff on it, rather. He got a Roselia, which is another not super late-game Pokemon. So, like, the stuff he caught isn't super hard to catch with just a Ralts on your team. Most of it you can just throw a ball and be done with it. Anyway, this Gallade's done for. May have Mega Evolved, but it's still going to be eating a +4 Seed Bomb. What a hard battle. Great job, Breloom. You're the best. On this team.
I've lost. Ah! Huh. Garnet, you and your Pokemon too. Thank you for not holding back when you battled against us. For not holding back when you beat us. And Gallade, everyone, thank you so much. I feel like I've been able to take another step forward thanks to you. Oh, I know, I'll give you this to keep. I hope it will always remind you of your battle with me, and with Gallade and the rest of my team. If you have a male Curlia as one of your partners, Garnet, I hope that you might use that Dawnstone on it for me. I couldn't beat you this time, Garnet, but I'll stay here and continue training. And one day, look out, I swear I'll catch up to you one day. When I do, promise we'll battle again. That's a promise I intend to live up to.
And now that we have reached the Pokemon League, I need to actually get to it. I see you sparkling there, Megastone. Interesting thing to find here. Would have expected a Mewtwo to be a post-game thing. But anyway, let's do one more Raikou check and then call it a stream, because I need to get my Pokemon actually into this game before we make any more progress. And not a shiny, not surprising. Would have been kind of crazy to get 2 shinies in one stream. But anyway, that's going to be it for this stream. Thanks for dropping by to watch and chat and all of that. And I will be back on, I want to say Friday. Yeah, should be Friday. See you then, friends.